Hi, it's Valen again. I haven't put any of these videos up for about a month because nothing's happened in the meantime. But today I got a letter from the Health Assessment Advisory Service, um, and I was absolutely shocked to see that where I normally get my assessments done at Southend, which is far enough away anyway, but is easier to get to because it's on a go by train and a short bus ride from the train station. I was given an appointment at the Chelmsford Assessment Centre, which is a 2-hour bus ride from me, and it was for 11:30 in the morning, which means to actually leave on time or to get there on time, I'd have to leave at least 2.5 hours before the appointment, at least. And it would have meant I would have had to have paid the bus fare because it's before the time I can use my bus pass. So I phoned up, and I've been able to get it changed, which is a good thing. But I asked why, and I wish I'd recorded the phone call because you just had to believe it, to hear it to believe it. I said, why was I given an appointment for Chelmsford so far away when I usually go to Southend? And she said, well, the only reason that would happen is if that there were no appointments at Southend. And yet I said, well, I'd rather go to Southend, please, because that's where I normally go, and it's too difficult to get to Chelmsford on time. And she managed to get me an appointment. It's the appointment that I got for Chelmsford was next Monday, and I've always asked them to make sure I have at least a week's notice to prepare myself for the trip. Even with someone accompanying me, I need a week to prepare for a long trip. So I'd already gotten 1 day less than I asked for, but the next appointment is the 11th at Southend. And I said, well, obviously there is not a problem in getting me an appointment at Southend. And she said that the only reason that I got the Chelmsford one was because they had no appointments at Southend, which is obviously bullshit. So I said, but that's not really the only reason, is it? I didn't go any further, but I was intimating that actually they deliberately set a further place to go to make it harder on me, to see if I could make a journey so they could use it against me in the assessment. I also said that I would like it recorded. I said, who do I call to make sure it's recorded? She said, well, you can, you tell me and I will make sure it's recorded. I said, would that be in the letter? And she said, no. And I said, well, why not? And she said, because this call is recorded and I have told you, so I have confirmed it. We all know what the word of anyone who works for the DWP is worth. I'm not impugning her integrity in any other aspect of her life, but she works for the DWP, and anything she does in pursuance of her work is suspect, especially when it's to do with assessments. So I also said, it says here I've got to bring identification. Well, I have none, because she said, well, haven't you got a passport? And I said, well, yes, I have got a passport, but it went out of date last year. I am never going to leave this country again, unfortunately. So I don't see the point in paying for a passport. And I can't drive, so I'm not going to get a provisional license just to satisfy the need for photo ID. She said, oh, well, that's fine. You can take that even though it's out of date. And I said, well, can I have written confirmation of that? And again, she said, no, this phone call is being recorded. I have told you it's all right. That doesn't actually give me a lot of confidence in what she says, just because she says it and because it's been recorded. So I'm a bit on edge at the moment. I also want to know whether the changing the appointment was going to affect my benefits. And she said, no, you can change it once. Where's the proof? I want written proof. So I'm now going to be worried up to and past the date of the assessment that I've got on the letter right next to me. I'm going to be worried that they're going to they're going to stop my benefit because I haven't turned up to an appointment that I have cancelled. So I'm probably going to have to make a phone call to Chelmsford to make sure it has been cancelled. And then I've got to phone up the one in Southend once I've got the letter and I've got the contact details to make sure that it's going to be recorded. So this is more problematic, more worrisome than I can really deal with at the moment. As you can see, I'm wearing a jacket indoors because it's so cold I can't afford to heat my flat. So I have to wear a jacket indoors. And this is just, it just beggars belief. I mean, I sent in the letter, the capability for work form last month, which I got a few days before Christmas, and I actually got it the day that I picked it up off of the mat when I came home for an appointment where I had just been diagnosed with another physical health problem. So, yay. And I added that to my form, but I couldn't prove it because I only got the diagnosis that day. So, yeah, I've got the mental health problems, I've got physical health problems, and now I've got this added worry on top of everything. And this at a time when just a week ago there was on the Welfare Weekly website an article that says that public trust in the DWP's ability to protect the poorest and most vulnerable people in society has become so damaged that it is no longer fit for purpose and should be axed. And the think tank, which is Demos, or Demos, says that the Conservative government and its predecessors, i.e. the coalition, promised transformation, yet their changes have amounted to little more than palliative tweaks. Universal credit and the replacement of incapacity benefit with ESA caused more harm than good. And poverty levels remain unacceptably high. The disability employment gap has not decreased. And a punitive regime of benefit conditionality has regularly left many people destitute. And also, about a week ago, the author of a new study into the benefit system, a Professor Kate Pickett from York University, said that her new study of the benefit system claimed that it provides robust evidence that the benefit system discriminates against those with mental illnesses. Now, she is talking about PIP, but it says that people with mental health conditions like anxiety or depression were 2.4 times more likely to have their claims rejected than those with physical health problems. And as of November 2017, only 16.6% of assessors had a clinical mental health background. Now, that is about PIP, but I can assure you the figures are probably very similar to those on the work capability assessments, because I have had a physiotherapist, a paramedic, and I think the other one, no, can't remember what the other one was, but none of them had any mental health background. In fact, they told me that they had, I think it was 7 days training on mental health problems. So can someone really assess you if they haven't got a mental health background with only 7 days training? I think not. And I'm really scared at the moment. I've been dreading the day that this letter came. Yes, I've managed to change the date and the location to better suit me, but I'm still worried because I've only got the woman on the phone's verbal assurances that it's not going to affect my benefits, that I can take an expired passport as photo ID, and that it's going to be recorded like I have asked. So I'm going to be worried up until the day. And now I've got to try and get my ex-wife to get a day off work to come with me to my assessment, because I can't actually ask my 81-year-old mother to drag herself about 20 miles out of her way to come here to me to take me another, God knows how long. It's 40 minutes on the train, plus a bus ride from the train station once I get there. I can't ask her to come, so I don't know whether I'm going to get someone to accompany me, and I need someone to accompany me, otherwise I'm going to be even worse. in an even worse state when I go than I am when I've got someone with me, and I'm still nervous when I've got someone with me, even someone who I trust and can actually be around. So anyway, I know this is slightly longer than I normally do, but there has been quite a bit to try and get into the video, and my concentration isn't very good at the moment. I'm going through quite a bad time with the concentration. So again, thank you very much for watching. If you know someone who doesn't believe that this crap goes on, then please share this video, or indeed share the entire playlist of the DWP Assessment Chronicles, and maybe there'll be a bit more predisposed to believing things like the film I, Daniel Blake, which was the inspiration for making these videos, because of the people saying, oh, well, it's a fictionalized account, so it doesn't really happen. Well, yeah, this sort of shit does happen. I'm really lucky. I have been really lucky up till now. But that doesn't mean to say that I'm not stressed as hell, that I'm not worried all the time about my income, because if my income goes, I am unemployable at this precise moment, and have been for quite a while. So, you know, what am I going to do for income if I have my benefits stopped? And with a system that is, you know, ranged against me because I have a mental health problem, so therefore I have not a physical thing for them to look at. It's just, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to stop the recording now because I'm really quite upset and can't get the words out anymore, because I just can't concentrate. So please share, like I say, and thank you for watching.